Hi, hi everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Uh, Sekali lagi kita berjumpa hari ini. Last week I was here to share about digital art. Sorry. For today we'll be talking more on digital storytelling, which is Penceritaan Digital. Okay. So um, for those who don't know me yet, or who didn't watch the previous live, let me introduce myself again. Uh, I'm Gwendolyn, a multimedia designer from.
Wait, sorry. Is it clear now? Okay, is it clear now?
Yes, it's clear now. Gwen, you can go. It's
Okay.
clear now.
Okay, thank you.
I'll excuse myself. You can just carry on.
Okay. So my name is Gwendolyn. I'm a multimedia designer from Ed Online and also a lecturer from PIA College Ipoh. My expertise is motion graphic, illustration, lettering, typography, and also graphic design. So I have done few works like digital painting and also animation and so motion graphic throughout the years. So for those who still don't know me yet, you can see this is my artwork, digital painting, and also some lettering and typography. Yeah. Okay. So without further ado, let's discuss about the storytelling, penceritaan. So first thing first about penceritaan. Apa itu penceritaan? Dia adalah satu aktiviti yang menggunakan komunikasi tentang kisah ke atau perjalanan pengalaman ke untuk memberitahu, berkongsi untuk audience. So it can be through percakapan atau penulisan. And it's also the proses untuk menggunakan fakta ataupun kisah untuk berkomunikasi, something like experience atau cabaran atau pengalaman, penyelesaian dan maybe throughout the sharing of the story, all that, it can be help like membantu untuk menyampaikan fakta untuk audience. Okay, so for this also, it can also berhubungkan orang antara satu sama lain. Yeah. Okay, so it's like idea and also people can connect together. Yeah. So with the word digital, ada tu perkataan digital. So digital is meaning like the way of storytelling is more like using the digital way. So it's like menggunakan multimedia punya presentation, combinekan digital element seperti computer punya image, text, recording audio, video, animation, music, social media, interactive element, dan sebagainya. So most of these digital element can be used with the digital tools like computer, atau for now we have mobile apps, mobile phone, tablet, all these are, yeah. Then let's talk about a bit of history. So for the history, we need to know like us human is a nature in telling story. So pada zaman-zaman dahulu, like very long time ago, human they use cave painting to kind of like record apa yang mereka nampak, then they paint on the cave. Yeah, so that's how we get the cave painting. And from that time, there's no language and there's no language or alphabet, all this. So they just use the drawings to menyampaikan apa yang mereka nak berkongsi. Yeah, or they want to remember something. Then from there, slowly they kind of like invent different way of languages and also how the drawings can bring some meanings. And also slowly there's ancient Greek myth and legends they were introduced from there. And also the first painting story on the city wall is Epic of Gilgamesh. So from there, they slowly kind of like introducekan apa itu language, atau apa itu alphabet. So alphabet also kind of like change from time to time. So for now, we have alphabet from A to Z thanks to all the people from the last time they produce all these things. Yeah. Then from the oral and visual, meaning like kita yang boleh tengok atau bercakap tentang storytelling. So slowly they make it to written. So boleh menuliskan. So menulis meaning like they want to jot down the story because there are so many things to remember. Our brain cannot take it so much. So there's books, alphabet coming out, and then the first book of the Bible, and also Shakespeare with all the poetry and the story, and also all the literature all written on the book. Yeah, and from there, there's like a pen invented, papers, and then all the printed material all also invented from that. Then in the 17th century, fairy tale is already introduced in France. So like people like to tell about fairy tales, the tales that is like fairy-like, and also in the 17th, the 16th, 17th century, the modern newspaper was introduced also, was invented from there. Yeah, so to tell about the story, the news around the world. And also in 1826, photography was introduced, and also people start to use a camera to tell the story through the visual. Yeah, visual and technique with the color, all these things. So meaning like one picture can tell 1,000 words kind of concept is coming from that. And also in 1949, the guy called Frank N. McGill, he introduced one technique is master plot, meaning that dia akan how to say, the master plot is like the concept of to tell the story with a proper arc structure. So like what is the beginning, what is the middle, the progressing, what is the climax, and what is the ending. So that's the plot structure introduced by him. And in the late 20th century, magazine is kind of like become one of the major mass to tell about story, because magazine dia akan kumpul semua kategori yang tak sama dan jadikan satu pencetakan, yeah, to combine all the little story together. Yeah. Then after that, all through that the written one, then we have the digital storytelling. So digital one is like they started from TV. TV diperkenalkan masa 1939. Then slowly video game console also was introduced in 1972. So everyone was playing with the console. And 1980s, music video was become one of the phenomena. Like everyone likes to watch music video while listening to the music. Yeah, it's not like just purely listen to the music only. So they have visual to see. They can see dancers. They can see the storytelling from the music like that. Then after that, for now, we have social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all these things. And also VR, the virtual reality, and also AR, all these also introduced. So can see that the transformation between from the past until now, there's so much of changes. And also because of the digital tools was introduced, then we all get to explore more things and to create kind of like more stuff lah, then everyone can get to use it. Yeah. So in digital storytelling is kind of one of the concept was introduced. Dia diperkenalkan dari seorang media artist performer yang dinamakan Dana Archly. In 1994, dia developed satu autobiography. It's called Next Exit. So as you can see in this picture here. So in this one, he kind of like make this the autobiography in a multimedia way. Then after that, dia kenal satu theatre producer dan dramatic consultant yang bernama Joe Lambert and also Nina Mullen. So tiga orang ni, mereka bekerjasama untuk membuka satu institusi yang bernama San Francisco Digital Media Center. So this institusi is this institution is more like they want to focus more on digital storytelling. So they are the first institution to do that. And they also provide a training process, training yang ada bengkel yang dipanggil sebagai the digital storytelling workshop. So meaning like the bengkel is like 3-day workshop, 3-day intensive one, and then people who join it or sign up, they can get to learn all the techniques that they get to learn all these things. Yeah. And this is one of the quote by Dana actually. He said, digital storytelling combine best two worlds, the new world of digitized video, photography, and also art, and also the old world of storytelling. So meaning like the old storytelling that we have from the ancient, our ancient ancestor, all that, and combining with our new technology and combine together become one new thing. So that's storytelling. Yeah, so this is him. Then after that, they moved to Berkeley and changed the name. The institution become like the Center for Digital Storytelling. So this digital Center of Digital Storytelling is the short form is CDS. CDS. So this CDS, they have a lot of workshop going on also. So they call their workshop and combine it like a guidebook kind of thing. And instead of calling it as guidebook, they call it as cookbook. So it's like not the recipe, but it's the recipe for digital storytelling, not for the food. Yeah. So this cookbook is like a Bible of how to do digital storytelling, and also a guide on how people can learn it. So this is like one of the info that I can get through on an internet. Yeah. And now from CDS, they changed the name to Story Center. So this organization right now, they have nearly like 1,000 organizations around the world to work with them and to train more than 15,000 people to have like hundreds of workshops. So through the workshop, mereka akan belajar macam mana berkongsi story, berkongsi cerita tentang mereka punya pengalaman, tentang history, tentang teknik, tentang skill, all these things. So as you can see here, the picture, here is like one of the picture that they do the sharing section. And this is like, they have the training section, like how to do all the storytelling using the digital software, all these things. So they have this kind of training there. Yeah. So what is the purpose and importance of storytelling? So apakah tujuan dan kepentingan digital story? So first one, we will talk about the purpose, tujuan. So the tujuan dia adalah first thing first, untuk beritahu satu kisah tentang apa-apa, pengalaman ke, tentang history, tentang satu kisah or anything like that. Can be happy, can be sad, can be angry, all these things is through the story. And then also to teach a concept, what kind of concept you want to teach. So some like in education, we also use this like digital storytelling technique to educate the kids and also students, all that. And also to teach a specific skill, to learn about the skill, all these things. And to create an impact like ada awareness tentang satu isu yang banyak yang already in the focus in the world, all these things to create an impact, and also to promote and advertise maybe a brand or product or an event, all these things. So yeah. Then next one is the importance. So there's a few important, like why is it so important to have digital storytelling? First thing first is to promote the competency with technology. As in technology sudah sedia ada. So what we can do is we will just use what we know, and then we use the tools that is available and then work with it. So it kind of like connect the human and technology interaction. Yeah. So the second one is mirror the traditional writing process. As we all know, from whatever we are doing, writing process is need to have like the brainstorm, the planning, and then you have to structure all the thing, and then you write down, and then you just submit or export all these things. So with the help of digital, ada bantuan digital ini, kita akan lebih maklumat semua yang akan tersusun dan lebih easy to manage and also more practical. Yeah. Next one is perfect for sharing and collaboration. So once we finish the story or anything that we do, we can straight away just share instantly through the social media, and also we can work remotely, meaning that we can boleh bekerja di mana-mana tempat as long as we have the digital media with us, like the computer or the laptop or anything like phone or this thing. And then we can also get feedback instantly, meaning like if let's say some people will comment like, oh, I think this is not so good, then we can like get feedback immediately, then we can improve ourselves. Yeah. And also the next point is it will improve our critical thinking and also making decision. So meaning that we know that a project, we need to think of the project, start a project with by knowing the purpose of the project, and then how's the process of working, and also what is the goal of the project. So with that help, using the digital also, we will make it more organized, and also to include like what's the reason of the story or the project or anything that we are created. So we can include these things like apa itu alasan, siapakah audience dia, penonton ke atau pendengar, apakah mood yang akan diperkenalkan, diberikan, purpose dia, tujuan story itu untuk apa, dan like where is it can be seen in for this content. Yeah. So the next thing is the Center of Digital Storytelling, they kind of like created this concept called 7 elements of digital storytelling. So in their concept, they have breakdown to 7 points. So we will go through the 7 points. The first point is point of view, pemandangan. So meaning like what is the topic of the story? Apakah topik story itu, tema all that, and pemandangan dari penulis. The second one is dramatic question, meaning like the soalan yang akan menimbulkan keinginan tahu audience, and then to attract the audience to know, and then to trigger their curiosity to know like what's the story in the end, so they can get to follow. Yeah, so that's the whole story, right? We have to know, we have to get attracted, and then we will understand that only we can like kind of like combine ourselves into the story, and then we will follow the story of the flow. And also the choice of content, what kind of content that we want to create and then to tell. Is it very personal? Is it very powerful? Or is it very corporate? All these things. And then all this story, the content, it will like make the connection between the audience to the story. So ada hubungan lah tentang antara idea dengan itu audience. Yeah. And also clarity of the voice. So some of the digital storytelling, they will include voiceover, they will include like narration, all that. So with that help, dia akan membantu audience akan lebih faham tentang konteks yang disampaikan. Yeah. The next one is power of soundtrack. So soundtrack like music, background music, the instrumental music, the main song, all these things. So all this song, it will create a mood. Dia akan create mood yang boleh menimbulkan perasaan audience, whether is it like very happy or very nervous or very trigger or very angry, all this. So music actually helps a lot on the digital storytelling like that. Yeah. And then the next one is economy. Economy as in like you just tell the story that is just right, and then not too overwhelming the audience. Is it like too much or is it too little? So you just make the content all is like suitable to the story. Yeah. And then the next one is pacing. Pacing is like the speed of the story. Is it too fast or too slow? So we have to also see what's the rhythm of the story, whether people can get along or not, or is it too fast for them to absorb all these things. Okay, and then you will ask what is to consider. So the consideration for this one is these are the few questions that you can ask before you start doing the digital storytelling. First thing first is apakah cerita yang nak disampaikan, boleh cakap tentang tema, tentang topik, and then bagaimana cerita itu akan how to create the story. Sorry, how to create the story. Is it using a platform? What kind of platform and what kind of software? And also what is to contribute to help the story to more enhance, like ada tambah suara ke, image ke, atau video. And also what will be used and what will be edited, and how is this story can be accessed, whether is it through Facebook ke, atau through YouTube ke, through TV or newspaper or radio. And then another one is who will be the one, or who is the targeted audience that will share the story. Yeah, so because we are living in the world, in the technology, all the content is so much, so we always like do the things like to share, and then people will get notice all these things. So who will be the one that share all the story that you created? So there are steps of doing digital story. So first thing first is brainstorm. Brainstorm what you want to tell. Karena plan kan apa yang nak sampaikan, apakah cerita, perjalanan cerita, dan tema yang macam mana, topik yang macam mana yang nak bincangkan. And then next one is to plan. Plan meaning like ada planning yang perjalanan cerita macam mana develop, how to develop the story to make it more interesting, or to make it more scary, or to make it more humor, all that, and gather all the information together. And the next one is to outline. Outline meaning like once you have all the story, you sudah ada semua story, then you outline it in a proper way to arrange the content. For the video one, usually you have script yang akan menuliskan how to say, describe the scene, and then describe the dialogue that the actor or the actress will talk about, and then describe the setting and anything happen in the scene. Yeah, and also the storyboard. So storyboard is like the visual panel of a certain scene yang dilukiskan, yang boleh dibayangkan after that how is it look like in the end for the result. So the example is this one is for those who are not very into the script. Like the script is like very long word, but this one is a kind of like a very easy understand script structure, meaning like you break down your visual and you break down your audio, so you can have like planning like this like to do like what scene come next with the visual, what you can imagine on that scene, and also what is the music or what is the narration that can combine together. And the next one is storyboard. So this is how the storyboard will look like. Break down the scenes, and then to know that what angle come after this, and then what come next after this scene. So you break down all these things, and then from there, before you have the proper drawing all these things, then you will have a planning first and to see whether is it okay or not with the flow. Yeah, so everything have to go through the draft and the planning first before you really start creating in digital. Then after that is to create. So with the word create, you will have to prepare equipment and also choose the medium that you will use. Apakah software yang nak digunakan, apakah alatan digital yang nak digunakan juga. And also to add on music, to add on sound effect and voiceover to enhance the whole creation. And after that is to edit, whether you want to make it more effects, more fairy tale, or more superpower. So all these things is effects, and then also to create the color correction that suits to the mood, color adjustment, all that. And some will add transition, meaning like one scene to another scene, you want to have like one transition to change the scene. And then yeah, like that. Next is publish. So once it's done, setelah semua siapkan, you can share ke social media, and then from there people will get to see the whole like where you share the platform, the people will get to see that, and also from there you will get engagement. Engagement is like how people will get to like react to your sharing, whether if they like it or not, they will comment and click the like, and then to share to their friends circle, all these things. And after that is to reflect, meaning like some people, they will have some feedback or have some comment on the certain story, or they will say like, oh, this one I think you should be take care of the color correction or more, or I think the story is not a bit boring, something like that. So all this feedback will be collected, and then it will be like reflecting to the feedback, and also to make sure that all these things akan menambahkan dan membaiki idea yang untuk for the next project. Yeah. Okay, so this is one of the examples that oh, okay, I'm back. Okay, so this is an example of how a process of a storyboard and go to the animatic with the pencil outline and not pencil outline, just black and white outline, and also animatic with the color and also become the final 3D render. So I'll just show here.
Love. It makes everything better, more beautiful, more joyful. But unfortunately, Valentine's Day, the day dedicated to sharing love, falls on a Tuesday, a work day. So after work, you'll have 4, maybe 5 hours to share with everyone you love. We believe love is worth more than that. We believe love is worth, at the very least, a day off. If you feel the same, sign our petition to turn Valentine's Day into a national holiday. All we need are 100,000 signatures by February 14th, and the White House will review and respond to our petition to make Valentine's Day into the most joyful 24 hours of the year. Together, we can turn Valentine's Day into a national holiday. Sign the petition and share this video with everyone you love.
Yeah, so you can see, even though it's a bit lagging, but roughly you can see, right, this is the overall idea that's from storyboard. And then from the storyboard, they kind of like make it moving like animated a bit. And then with having the color before doing the 3D. So after this is the final ending of the video result, how it will look like. Yeah. And then the next one is also an example, but it's more like infographic, the motion infographic. So meaning like an info, it will combine all the info and then change it to visual and then to make it move and animated, and so that people will understand the info in a very interesting way to see all the visual and the color. So I hope this is not lagging. Let's play.
This is motion. This are graphics.
Oops, I clicked something.
This is motion. This are graphics. Put motion and graphics together. This is motion graphics. Run. How to create motion graphics exactly? First, you came up with a story or a message you want to deliver. Turn them into graphics images by illustration, cell, 3D, or collage. Second, add a timeline. Each frame must comply with the basic principles of graphic design. For instance, typesetting, font, kerning, and color. Then, make the dynamic design smooth. Finally, combine with the best music. Now you can express the thoughts clearly. This is motion graphics.
Okay, so that's the whole idea of motion graphic, but I think it also kind of like discuss a bit about like how the digital storytelling also work the same way. Yeah. So tips. So bagaimana akan like if let's say you are interested to do storytelling in digital way, how you want to start it, how you want to do it. So first thing first, you kena ada character yang solid, ada characteristic, all these things. And also the visual design that is nice to see because people are attracted with colorful things and nice graphics, all that. And structure content yang tersusun, yang very organized, then and also integrated with the multimedia, meaning like what kind of multimedia that you are going to use. Is it like through video or through GIF or also image, illustration, digital art, all these things. And also engagement opportunity, meaning like you would like to have people to react to your content or your story or whatever you have created, people will react it. So you kind of like will create the communication, also interaction between the audience and the content itself. Yeah. So conclusion, to me, whatever it is, with digital, digital is just a tool for you to create your story. By the end of the day, cerita adalah yang akan menarikkan semua emosi ke apa bagi audience lah. So meaning like a great story tells a tale about who we are and also what gives our life meaning. So story is the thing that would be the main core of whole thing, whatever you created through digital or what. Because we read story. Human likes to read story. Human like to listen to story. So yeah, what is your story? So maybe after today, you can like try to have your own imagination, all these things, and then to create your own story. Whether is it through Facebook posts, you take your own picture, photography, and then you post in Instagram, all these things, you create your own vlog. All these things is your story of your life. So I hope that this is inspired and helpful to you guys. And before I end my life, I would like to like say, I'm like sorry for my bahasa, because my bahasa is not so smooth, and I hope that this sharing section is kind of like informative to all. And anyway, if let's say you have any question that you would like to ask about graphics or anything like digital stuff, you are always to feel free to contact me. My Facebook and my Instagram is Gwen Art. So I will end my presentation here, and thank you everyone for joining. Yeah, thank you.